welcome back. So I'm here in the next 30 minutes to host this show about the e-payment, e-wallet, and the future of payments. As Thương and Giang said, in the market right now, for around 88% is on cash. They use cash for any transaction. And so is there any opportunity for the non-cash payment to win the game, to grow up? So basically, the topic we will have 3 sections. The first one is the market landscape, where we can find the key player, the opportunity for non-cash to grow up. And the second one is the usage experience of the consumer when they use the non-cash payment. And the last one is the future, some scenario that we set for the non-cash payment in the next several years. All right. Basically, we can separate, we can classify the non-cash payment into 2 forms. The first one is bank cash. We can, like the credit card and the debit card is also called for bank card. Then the second form is the e-payment. All of the mobile banking app and e-wallet we call e-payment. So 6 or 5 years ago, we used to talk about the payment gateway, such as SmartLink, 123 Pay, or OnePay. But nowadays, we talk a lot about Momo, Zalo Pay, Grab Pay, and Samsung Pay. And during the process of the development for the non-cash payment, many banks also involved in this sector, such as we have a Techcombank with Fast Mobile, we have a Vietcombank, BIDV, and a lot. Many banks also invest in this sector. So what are the motivator of the market that recruit all the players such as Momo and all the banks to invest in this market? Thanks to the exploration of the internet, it's covered nationwide, and around 67% of the Vietnam is covered by the internet, and 85% of the consumer in Vietnam also have at least one smartphone in their pocket. And for the supportive from the government to push on the non-cash payment to limit the cash on the market. So that's the 3 important things that push on the non-cash payment, motivate the player, the bank to involve in this market. And to explore on in the incident of the non-cash payment player and to explore the customer experience, Cimigo conducted a small study to explore those. We explore among 500 people, to start for some of them who use non-cash payments such as credit card, debit card, and mobile banking app. I have one question for you. Can you guess the incident of those who use mobile banking payment? Any of you can have one answer? Can you guess? The incident of those who use the mobile banking application. I mean, you install the mobile banking application in your mobile phone. How many people here? You can say about Momo, you can say about Grab Pay, or you can say about any application for bank. So around 30% of the user, they have the incident, they have used the mobile banking app or the e-wallet. And it's a little bit higher in Hanoi. And here, what they used to pay, what they do, the most transaction that they make is for the periodical bills. It's around 60% they used to do, and this the type of transaction they make among the people who used to work, use the non-cash payment. So for periodical bills, even though these are the non-cash payment user, they also use cash for some of the spending to make their payment. And we also see if for ride-hailing and for food delivery, they also use cash a lot, even though they're non-cash user. Okay. So move on to the customer experience. As the perception of the consumer, e-wallet and mobile banking app and bank cards also have some pros and cons, such as for e-wallet, just like Momo, just like GrabPay, there's a lot of rewards and promotion and deals, and a very smooth UX and UI. I mean, a lot of function on their mobile, on their app, so they can satisfy a lot with the customer. However, their reputation is not so, like, they are not the big brand name on the market. And mobile banking app, they have a smooth UX but lack of promotion. Of course, this is the perception of the consumer. It's not they want to deliver to the consumer. For bank card, a large network of accepted players. However, they also lack of promotion. But they have a very large network. They have a big brand name on the market. We can see a Citibank, we can see Techcombank. They are big player in the market, but yeah, lack of promotion compared to the e-wallets. So my colleagues also said about you the net promoter score. The higher the net promoter score, the better the result, the better the consumer satisfied with the product, and the net promoter score for e-wallets is outstanding, outperform compared to the other mobile banking apps or credit card or debit card. It's around 50% of the NPS score. And thanks to the when we combine, we have a deeper look to the mobile payment to see the e-wallets and the mobile banking app. They are the direct competitor in this sector. So for the net promoter score, it's outperform for the mobile banking app when we compare to the e-wallet to those, thanks to the promotion. Let's see, several years ago, the awareness on the e-wallets is very low. However, nowadays, it's around 80% of the consumer aware about the e-wallets. And in the past 3 months, the incident of usage is around 30%. And among those who plays in the e-wallet sector, Momo is the leading with a very big investment in the market. The list on the awareness, the list on the more of e-wallets that they use in the current time. And they used to claim that 6 million users are active right now after a very, very a lot of money for investment. When we compare the e-wallets to the mobile app, mobile banking apps, it's a significant difference on the net promoter score. People are very satisfied with the e-wallet such as Momo. And to describe the future of the non-cash payment, we have some scenario. E-wallet is the five tax. They're just here to stay or they will disappear on the market when they compare to mobile banking. And we all know that the e-wallet has the advantage on the promotion. And the promotion is bear in mind with the customer when they use e-wallet. They build the application based on the customer centric. They focus on the feeling of the customer. So the net promoter score when they use the e-wallet is very high compared to the mobile banking app. However, in the near future, how to say, if on the bank, they follow up, they replicate, they copy with the e-wallet to make their customer more satisfied with their current product. So with the mobile banking app, we kill the e-wallet because they have a very large connection and distribution. Or if e-wallet come partner with the bank to be the distribution channel, so they are working the cooperation relationship, it's another scenario. And we are a dominant player win. Like right now, Momo, they burn a lot of money to develop their network, their user, a lot of money to for the promotion to maintain their current active user. For Zalo Pay now, they are the largest, the biggest messenger in Vietnam. However, for your information, Zalo, they are messenger app application, and to install the Zalo Pay, they need to install another different application. So if Zalo can combine the Zalo Chat, Zalo application, and Zalo Pay in just one application, and they can gain a lot of customer based on the base of the Zalo Chat, Zalo Messenger. And for Samsung Pay, right now the Samsung Pay is just like a store of where you can place your credit card and your debit card there, and then use the information rather than the direct, the physical card. However, if they change the policy, they work through and they become the e-wallet because most of the people here use Android phone, and most of them are Samsung. A lot of potential customer there, and if they can change the direction, they also recruit a lot of customer. For next scenario, we also know WeChat in China is a very huge application, and they are open a network, they chat, they shop, they do many things on their application. So one day, if Momo can become WeChat, one day GrabPay, Zalo Pay, and Samsung Pay also want become such like WeChat, then they can lead the Vietnam non-cash market. And to sum up, wrap up with the scenario in the future, there's a 4 scenario. So, do you agree with one of them? I will ask you to raise yourself with one direction. For the first one, any one of you agree with that? That mobile banking will kill the e-wallet right now? One, oh, very few. 2, 3. So the second scenario, e-wallet will be the partner with the bank and become the distribution channel, much more than the first scenario. The second one, the third one is Momo, Zalo Pay, Samsung Pay. They will change the market, they will change their direction, their strategy. So, how many people agree with that? Oh, just than the first scenario. And the last one of the key players now will become the WeChat in Vietnam. Look like, oh, just several hands. So you vote for the second one. E-wallet will become the distribution and marketing channel for banks. Let's see it happen in the near future. All right. Any question for this topic? Yep.
I voted for number 1. It's an opinion, but did anybody have another question for Binh, Chris?
I spoke with a friend of mine that does a lot of business in China, and he told me that 2 months ago the Chinese government stopped foreigners from being able to make payments on WeChat. You have to have a Chinese bank account, and in order to have a Chinese bank account, you need to have a work permit. So, what is the situation in Vietnam for foreigners to use, let's say, Momo? can a foreigner just go to the mobile office and sign up and deposit money and?
Yeah, you can. There's no limitation. Yeah. The issue of WeChat is the WeChat that you and I see is not the WeChat that is available within China. It's a very different WeChat. And really the debate on number 4 is not whether WeChat will come into Vietnam, but whether Zalo, for example, which is partly owned by Tencent, who own WeChat, whether Zalo or one of the other players will develop such a strong ecosystem as WeChat has. Because if you've ever been to China, then WeChat is all-encompassing. It's hard to, get in a taxi, order food, or even get on a push bike without having WeChat. Sorry, more questions? Please.
Excuse me, I'm curious about how the e-wallets affect business on their business model, because from the other view, like Zalo Pay, Samsung Pay, or mobile banking is like the post service there for consumer. But I'm curious about how the e-wallets can act running on their business model.
Currently?
Yeah.
Oh.
Self-advertising.
Well, they're not making money, number one. So it's yet another model that's not yet making money. Gentleman over there shaking his head. It's basically fueled by private equity money or large partners from overseas. In this case, with Momo, it's Goldman Sachs and Standard Chartered, I think, who invested in that. But they're making money through transaction fees, which they are charging you, the user, and the merchant. They're losing money through the promotions and through promoting themselves to make you download the app and keep the app live. The reason I would vote for number 1 is that the day you stop having promotions is the day that those 6 million active users stop using the e-wallet, because I don't see a lot of problem solution coming from an e-wallet now that mobile banking apps have caught up. But that's an opinion, it's not a fact.